And good morning, where you, well, not morning, it's afternoon where you are, it's nighttime where I am. Welcome to Touch Base Daily. I am now on the move, and today was another amazing day here in Lisbon. As the locals call it Lisboa, and I learned a whole lot of stuff today. Man, what a busy day it was, and maybe I'll be able to share some. I did post one of the photos. I should say a reel. I did that earlier today, and hey, Miss Renee, I see you in the building. Our wonderful Chris R is in the building. So yeah, it has been. I am exhausted. And today, again, last night I was supposed to go to bed early, when I left you all, but then I realized I had to get all my French stuff done, all the stuff for Paris. And I was like, oh, I need to get the passport stuff. Even though I said I don't need it to go into Paris, into the French territory, 'cause I'm already in the European Union. But I was like, I might need this. So I applied anyway for my visa for France for my departure on Sunday. I'm excited, y'all. I had such an amazing day. We Today I met our tour guide Luca. Luca was he was unbelievable. A black gentleman from Brazil. And since he mentioned that he was from Brazil, I had to ask lots of questions. And I'm finding that several of the people I've been encountering, like people that look like us or look like me, are from Brazil, which has been really enlightening. It's like almost like when you go to the United States, people that come from other Caribbean countries come to America. People that come from Senegal, and I should Senegal, French speaking countries in Africa or the Caribbean, they go to Canada or they go to France. And it's interesting to see that dynamic. But I love this. Maybe love is a too intense word. Maybe I should say I really enjoy seeing all of the cultures represented here. Literally everywhere you go, there's representation. No matter what color you are, no matter where you're from, no matter where you are in Europe, no matter where you are in Africa, or no matter where you are, the common thread though is people speak Portuguese. And that is the common denominator. Or they speak some form of Spanish, but Spanish does not complement it. I don't know. They say it's Portuguese is much harder than Spanish. But it was a good day. It was a good day. Today is Wednesday, right? Today is Conversation Wednesday. I'm not sure who's here and available. And but I see it's just, hey, look, I'm here because I just want to share. And I'm going to take a look here on my device because again, this was one of those days that was just absolutely filled. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. It is now 6 o'clock. We've been on the road from 7 to 5:30. And I was like, I need to get back to the hotel, y'all. I don't care what you have to do, but I need to get back to the hotel because I have a date with my Touch Base community, Touch Base Daily community. So thank you for joining me from wherever you are. And so far, so good, smooth sailing. Tomorrow we head out. We were out of the city today. We were out of I guess, yeah, this is Lisbon. So we were out into several places. Let me get that on. Let me share that with you so you know. And this is also so if you decide to come to Portugal, and I would say put it on your list. Put Lisbon on your list to visit. One, It costs so little to really enjoy the city. I ended up the food is we kept being amazed by every time we went out to eat. We went out to eat today twice, and how low the price was for all of us. Pretty much a full course meal, wine, everything included, with the average of $25. And I mean, the food was so good. We were in. Let me just give you the where we were today. How about that? Let me take you to where we were today. And that way we can start there. And Lucas was amazing. And wonder, I'm wondering, can I share? I wonder, can I share my WhatsApp onto the screen? Probably not. Hey, Tanya. Well, first of all, let me say hello. I always say hello to Chris R. Tanya, I saw you come into. I saw you pop into the room. What's going on? What's going on, Tanya? So, we saw the cliffs. We went to the seaside, went to the shore. We went to the castles, we went to palaces. And did you know? I don't know if you knew this, but I did not know this. The difference, I know this is going to sound crazy, not until today, until our tour guide told us and gave us history. The difference between a castle and a palace. It was interesting because I don't know why I always thought of them being the same or being somewhat alike. And there's a big difference between a castle and a palace. The palace is where kings live or queens live, royalty lives. They have different palaces throughout their country, wherever they live. And then the castle is for warfare or for protecting the country. It's where very little there's very little finery. There's no finery really, because all about the battles, about the troops. It's where the king will stay if he's going into battle. But the castles are pretty much empty, which explains a lot because I've been to several castles and never thought about why they were so empty. Well, that they were massive and huge with lots of open space, but that was because of the troops. And so learned that today. And that was such a big, that was, I'm look, I always say, you're never too old to learn something new. And, but yeah, so now I know. And then I start understanding. I said, wait a minute, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I remember watching The Crown. What's a castle and what's a palace? And I've also been to UK and went to the castle and I went to a palace. So, but here we also learn I can't see anyone's chats. You're you're in vertical. That's why, Omar. Come over to the landscape. Come over to the landscape and you'll see everybody's chat. Okay, but we ended up, let me go to our this place. We went to so many places. Holy moly. And like I said, the food was excellent. Now, let me see. Yeah, I know we have this here. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Let me get this open. And I wish I could put this on the screen. I'm pretty sure I could, but it would take some time. So we ended up learning about all of these the royal families of Portugal and what they did and how they influenced the country for good and for bad. And what we learned also about this country is that hey Lisa, I see you in the building. I see you in the building. Um, we learned one is when you travel through this Lisbon and a bunch of other places, cities that surround Lisbon or Lisboa, the Portuguese call this Lisboa. Foreigners like Europeans or English, I should say English speaking people, Americans call it Lisbon. But it is the real name for Lisbon is Lisboa. And so we ended up, the first stop was to get up early in the morning. And then we went to this place to check out. Here we go. Let me just get this on the screen. We ended up checking. These are my cousin. So let me just pop past his photos. But so we went to the castle, and so this is our tour guide was really he came really prepared. I mean, he had his WhatsApps assigned for us, so that way we were all on the same page, and it was called Lucas Family, and we were able to just he photographed us as all of us there. But again, let me just start with the beginning here. Um, we look like something's missing here. Hold on a second. Something is missing. Let me get down. Let me scroll down to the very end. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So we went to this place, and I don't know if you can read this. It's Parque da Pena, and again, I'm going to try to get these on the screen better than what I'm doing. Is that coming down? There we go. And let me roll that down. There we go. Right there. And this is where it was a huge, massive land in the I would call them as a mountain because it was, I do believe, 200 meters, 200 kilometers. Am I saying kilometers? I think it is. And it was tall, and we had to climb it. I said, I am getting my workout on. My goal is to lose 30 pounds. Well, between yesterday and today, I have started my mission. And it was a slow start. I had to tell you, it was a slow start climbing this mountainside. And then it was misty and it was rain, a little mist here, a lot of mist. But it was very educational. And I told Luca that we would also put his information into the description of what we are doing here so that people can follow and be able to go and look him up for his tours. He is one of the best tour people I've experienced. I mean, I've had some really good tour guides, but he's one of the best. One of the best. He had water for us, umbrellas for us. He drove beautifully. He speaks great English. He's originally from Brazil and really just gave us a great lesson on these places. And what we notice about is interesting because Portugal is a old country, very old country, and but however, they had a massive during the I think he said during the 1700s, they had a massive earthquake here that killed a lot of people. And because everything here is built on hills and mountainsides, literally all over the city, you are walking up steps. This is not your normal city where you just get out and just start walking. Every direction you go, hey, I see Divine Right is in the building. Um, Everywhere you go in this city, in Lisbon, are walking up hills. And I mean hills, flights and flights of steps to get to the next level where the rest of the houses are. Then there's another level. Then you go up to the next one, and you're always climbing. I was like, everyone in this country, well, at least in Lisbon and the surrounding areas, are in top shape. And so we went to this again, this place called Paraguay de Pinua or Pina. And but then we also ended up at the cliffs. And let me just get that on the screen. You know what? I'm going to use my Google since you're here. And let's go there. Let's do. And that way I can share some of this stuff with you. So that way I can really help you. If you decide, also, the number one place I do believe either ties with Costa Rica or is becoming number one for expats. A lot of Americans have moved to Lisbon or the outer areas. Um, our tour guide was sharing how his grandmother bought property. Well, not bought property. Here in Portugal, they're giving away homes and land and places because there's some areas of the country that have a deficit of people. And so in order to build up the country, they need immigrants. For many, many years, they neglected to invest in immigrants. So there are people that are moving here and the government is paying for them to come. So let's say you're in the United States, you can farm or you can do some of these things some of these projects or jobs outside of, like, I guess, office work. And most of these places are 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, 4 hours out away from the city, away from the city. So in doing so, people can go and work or live in these communities and start to build those communities back up, which is impressive that they have such they realize the need for immigration. Okay, what are you guys are saying about this? He said, I wish you had a permanent home so you could get some of their beautiful dishes. Oh, Lisa, we were in, like I said, we were in that particular place that I just shared with you, Pena, and the shops with all of the dishes it was so incredible. I mean, you are right, Lisa. Lisa, the stone, I want to call them stoneware, but the plate sets were so impressive. And yeah, it was. This day has made me. I was like, wow! But I learned a whole lot from our guide. And and hey, Malik is in the building. You are missed in the States. I know, sir. I know, and I miss you guys. I miss being in New York. I miss my friends. And that's Diva says that's fascinating. I said Diva. Divine says that's fascinating about giving away property. And so it's interesting to me that the education systems are really great. My tour guide, young guy, he's 27 years old, 27 years old, doing his thing here. And he came from Brazil in 2022. He's been in the country 3 years, and he has really made something of himself in a whole nother country. And I was very impressed. He's working with the tour company. He also has his own business on the side. And he arrived here 3 years ago. And I went out and bought some sneakers today. Finally bought some sneakers because I needed sneakers. So I ended up in a sneaker store at the very end of the day, and I met this young kid. I don't say young kid, but he had to be like maybe 18, maybe 18 years old, maybe 17, 18 years old. And he saw my camera gear. He was like, "Oh," he said, I love your setup." And I was like, "Really?" And, and we started talking about photography, and so I try to encourage him to look, the world is at your disposal. You could do whatever you want. I mean, you're 18 years old. Just get out and shoot, photograph, 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 and get out and photograph more. And we had a great conversation, and exchange information. But it was really, I'm like I said, I'm really enjoying the conversations that I'm having with people here. The conversations are worth having and memorable. And there was so the whole shoe store, I mean, at the register were like, "Hey," they were so happy, and the young ladies that helped me out. But yeah, but check into it. I thought about Malik here. He's in the building, but I thought about him when I was out there, and I was learning about the school system, and I was learning about um, how many Americans are here. But let me go back to my tour guide story. Remember, I was talking to you guys last night about braces, right? I was talking about teeth and everything. Well, he had braces on, and I was like, "Wait a minute, how does that all work with your healthcare and all that stuff in this country?" And he said, "My braces only cost $75." I was like, "What?" He was like, 75 for the bottom, 75 for the top. And I said, "Your braces with insurance cost $75. And without insurance, he could get his braces for $500." Like, that's how the healthcare works here. And so we were talking about ambulances because Malik here had a situation a couple of weeks ago, and and we were sharing how expensive it is to have an ambulance come to your home when you are sick. And we had this talk around the table. Our other guy, other person that was with us was from California, tech guy, really nice guy. He was telling us about he and his husband and their daughter, and his daughter is 11 years old. Their daughter is 11 years old, and but I was like, that is. I said, my sister, and this is back in the 80s. This is back in the 80s. Spent like my mother spent a fortune for braces. And I was like, $75 on each, the top and bottom. So there's a lot to be learned about traveling, a lot to learn about the world. And I keep saying, especially for those that are young enough to make these decisions, you have to find a way to get out of the country. Now, I don't mean, excuse me, leave America 100%. America has its benefits, but there's a whole world out here surviving. Oh, sorry, not surviving, thriving. And we were all sitting around the table talking about all kinds of subjects. Um, we also, let me see, let me see if I can get these on the screen here. And we ended up um, on the coastline. I got some really cool photos. Um, these high rocks. Hold on a second. Let me get in here. See if I can get in here. Here we go. Google. Because I'm trying to give you a step by step of the day, and because I really would love for you. Okay, here we go. Portugal, Portugal. Okay, here we go. And let me zero in. Okay. So we were driving, like I said, we started our day about 7 o'clock this morning. And we started in Lisbon, and then we went to the Santo Antonio, and then went to this place. Let me just get this open here. Hold on a second. So you can see. I'm just gonna share my screen. And hey, Rosemary's in the building. What's up, Rosemary? She said, "Hi, Ron. Get GTY, get C hugs, lots of hugs. Okay, gotcha. Big hugs to your soul." Divine says, "My son needs braces, and they quote me 2,995, and just $75 and $500 without insurance would be amazing." Folks, there's a reason why there's so many expats going and moving all over the world. America just is not what it used to be. Maybe it wasn't ever what it seemed to be. Healthcare makes all the difference in the world, especially if you have children. If you have kids that are 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to high school, and that's why my neighbor, she, as her son was heading into high school, she decided to sell her apartment, which was across the hall from me, so that her son could be raised in here in Lisbon. And that is so he won't doesn't have to worry about school shootings, because I mean, it happens outside of the United States, but very, very rarely. So that gave her peace of mind. Also, the pressures she felt that her son was undergoing in junior high school, that she was like, "No, I need to think of the big picture." And so they live here now. I'm going to be seeing them on Friday, I do believe. And if it's not a far-fetched idea for you to think outside the box. You don't have to live in America. If there's anything I'm going to learn in this whole journey, and I hope to share with you, are the different things I'm learning about people overseas and what they're doing. So, and it's not perfection. No place is perfection. I mean, there are certain things you're used to in America that you may not get here, and there are things that you don't get here. I should say that you get here that you get into America. And I will tell you, one of the things you cannot get in America, like my glasses are telling me to recharge. So one of the things you get here is fresh foods. Fresh. When we went to dinner, when we had our lunch today, I was like, I had never, no, let me change that. I'm going to change the never. I haven't in a long time had fruit that was so fresh. I mean, fresh. And and no pesticides, no chemicals, no injections, none of that stuff exists here. And you can you can taste the difference. You can taste the difference. And I have to tell you, I do believe I was talking to the gentleman from California, my one of our on the tour, and he was talking about how he had to lose weight. And because everybody, it seems like everyone I run into in America is pre-diabetic, on the verge of being pre-diabetic, or are full-blown diabetic. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what your economic levels, people in America are suffering health-wise. health-wise. And that may be a very good reason to leave or to think about a part situation. Maybe half your career or half your life is in the States, maybe the other half is overseas, maybe there's a mixture of both, or maybe you just get out of Dodge 100%. We talked about so many people that had left America to in Portugal, Japan, different places, and said, "We're out." And they never looked back. So that's the deal. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Let me see if I can get that on the screen. Did that pop on the screen? Okay, let me take you to the maps. Here we go. I was on my way to the maps. Any questions? Any questions? And let me see if I can get this here for you all. Because I am here to answer questions if I can give you the answers for our tour. But like I said, this was a tour of a lot of history. We learned about Philip, we learned about the assassination of the king, and we also the king and the prince, which then became the king. This Portuguese life, the history is one of the most broad histories. Everyone has history, but this was like they've had dictators, they've had kings, they've had queens, they have young kings, they had older kings, they had royal families. This country they have prime ministers, they have the presidents, they have had many forms of government. It's quite fascinating. Okay, here we go. So this is where let me take you, let's see here. There was a couple of places, but let's see, which one should I share with you guys? We went into past Monsanto's. We ended up way up here, way up, way up, way up, way up. Okay. And oh, did we hold on a second? Let me just get this. And okay, here we go. Let me see. Now I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this with you all. And because there's so many places. Let me just also here's some tour stuff. That's always good for me too, as well. Let's see here. And I know I'm off the cuff today, right? Because traveling, let me tell you, it is off the cuff. And let's see. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see what I'm going to show you a couple of things here. Okay. And this is so you can know what to go to if you come here. Can you see? Let me see. Make sure you can see this. Okay, you guys are still there. Let me just go to this. Let me go to the tour guide stuff. And it was, here we go. I'm going to use Viator since this is one of my. So we did several of these little guys, and the most. Let me see if our tour guide is on here. So okay, here we go. We did a small group. Yeah, okay, let's go with this one. Here it is. I can give you some pictures from here. So we went to this place right here. This is the Pina Palace, and we also did the castles here, but this is the palace. Okay, look at this place. We also did this. Hold on, can I get this on here? Come on, there we go. There we go. Can y'all see this? Let's look at those. Oh, you're not seeing it. Okay, let me pop on again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. I had to break it down even further. Okay. This is, I'm going to use these pictures. So we ended up at this coastline here. It was, and today was a misty day. all kinds of climate we had. It was cold, it was rainy, and then it got warm. So this is one area we went to. Same here. This is some of the palace went to. I'm not using my photos here, but you can see these here. Let me see what's taking this so long. Hold on. It's something's a little slow here. Let's try it. Okay, went to some of the towns, but this was definitely one of the spots here. This was at the castle. Obviously, it's not my pictures. This is in as you see in most old royal movies, you have the castle, you have the palace or the palace, and then you see the locals start to set up shop around that, and it builds a city outward. This is another place with shops and people live here. It is one of the most fascinating things about Europe. That is the palace that we end up going to. And just going through some of this, and this is from above. But this was our day was definitely full of mist and all that good stuff. So it doesn't they're not showing a bunch of stuff here, but just to give you an idea of where we were. But any questions that you might have had about my day here, my time here? Chris is coming on a little bit, so we'll have Chris here. I see here. Okay, the thumbs up is now fueled with a jet. That's cute. Will do, Lisa. Thank you. I see here. Love you, Ron. Glad you made it safe. Continue blessings and beautiful. Okay, so but that's it. I want to give you more. I'm gonna have to lay out some photos and kind of like have slide presentations. That's the best way to describe this. But I just wanted to touch base with you because obviously we're not doing our 11 o'clock hour, which we would do. However, and we probably won't do it again tomorrow. We'll probably just, I'm not sure if this is going to be the time. I have no idea what our time schedule will look like for Touch Base Daily. I just know that I have to move along with the schedule of the day. Each day the schedule changes, but tomorrow's another early day. And man, I should be able to hook my phone up here. Hold on. If I can hook my phone up, I think I can. I think I can. Oh, Chris is here to give me some conversation. Since I see he's setting up over there. And but can I ask you guys what is going on right now in the States? Is there anything that I should be looking into as in news? What's going on in the news? What's going on in the world? What's happening in the States that I do not know about yet? Let's see here. Can I get this set up? I think I can. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And you said you get adjusted and we'll be okay. Thank you. And and Diva says, we are here for the ride, Ron. It's all good. When the schedule changes, beyond happy for you. Thank you. Hey, Kim is in the building. Nice. And yeah, just everyone's put in notifications so that way when I pop on, you know when I'm here. But I will always try to make it regular time, 11 o'clock Eastern, or like today, I do believe I started. It is now, is it 2 o'clock where you guys are? Is it 2 or is it 1? Let me know. I don't know if it's 5-hour difference because there is a adjustment for time, what's it called? Daylight savings time. What time is it where you are? Okay. Oh, Lisa says Jasmine has a lead in Texas. Everyone in Texas needs to vote. Oh, that's good news. That's good news. And she says everything we already predicted is happening and then some. You ain't lying. She said, "Is it just me, Frozen? I think it's just you. I think it's just you, Kimmy Kim. I am smooth sailing from this point." And I said, "Oh, back." She said that it's it's not 143 in New York. What do you mean it's 143? Is it 43 degrees in New York? Okay. Yeah, no frozen. No one's frozen. Okay, let's see if I can get this. I'm working with this here. Let's see if we can. I would love to share some of the photos of my day because this was like I want to incorporate this into my feeds here. So let me see if I put the photos on the screen. We're learning this together, y'all. We're learning this together. Where is this? Is for the phone? Okay. Where is the photos from today? Um, let's see. Where are the photos? Let me see. Try to Google Photos. Let me see what's going on there. iPhone mirroring will connect when iPhone is no longer in use. Okay, that doesn't seem to want to work there. Okay. There needs to be a way to get your phone onto the screen. Anyone? Any suggestions? Is Malik still in the building? Is Malik still in the building? Oh, you tech gurus out there. Okay, let's see here. I think activity, albums, videos. Wait, is this it? Is this it? No. Okay. It's not working. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure it out though. At some point, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out. And I'm not sure how to do this. Okay, let's see. Open photos for this device. Open photos for this device. Wait. Is it? Maybe. Hold on a second. I see these. How can I get this open? Okay. I would like to learn how to do this stuff. I gotta get more. I gotta learn more, I guess. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. It says, okay, import 3 said import. No, we don't want to import. We want to open photos for this device. Now, it is powering up, but I don't know why it's not allowing me to open the screens. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Import 3 selected. No, we don't want imports. We don't want to import anything. We just want to see it. Can we do a preview? What is? Okay, new album. Man, technology is not always cooperating with me, but these are some good photos I want to share with you. They're right out the box, as they say. And let me see here. And why isn't this working? I need some tech training, y'all. I definitely need some tech training. But I do see the photos on the screen here. It's just a matter how to get them for you to see them. Okay. Okay. You guys have patience of Job. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being patient. Because I am not familiar with the Apple world, I have to say. Okay, this guy, I think I'm making progress. Am I making progress? I just wish I could open these up, but Apple doesn't allow you to open up. If this was a Samsung, all you have to do is just plug it in and open it up. That's the difference between a Samsung and an Apple. Anyway, maybe Chris is in the building. There's Mr. Chris. Chris, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
What's
Can you hear
up,
me?
buddy?
I thought you were going like 2, so that's why I wasn't. I was just kind of setting up.
It's 5-hour difference. I thought, okay, so it's 5
Oh,
hours.
okay.
So it's 1:50.
It's 1:50 now. Yeah.
And it's 6:50 here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so
How long have you been?
5-hour
On?
difference.
Okay, so you've been on since 1 here.
Yes.
Oh, so you're getting ready to get off.
No, I'm gonna hang out. I'm just hanging out. Yeah,
Oh,
look,
okay.
I mean, I'm going to bed early, but look at that. Look, see, we're learning together. But Chris,
Yes,
you are
sir.
the Apple expert.
What's going on?
I have my phone connected to the computer,
Yeah.
and I would like to show the photos from today
Okay. You have your
on
laptop,
this
right?
screen.
You have your
What's that?
laptop? You have
I'm
your
on the
laptop,
laptop.
right?
It's plugged in.
You don't even need to plug it in. Just airdrop it to your computer.
AirDrop all the photos.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that.
Say airdrop it, it goes to your downloads folder, and you just share your screen and share the images you want. You can just scroll through them.
There's a lot of photos. Holy moly.
Well, pick the ones you want.
Pick the ones I want, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just airdrop it.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, I don't believe you can plug in your phone and have it read as a drive and try to share it on the screen.
No,
that's not possible.
Only Samsung can do that. Only a Samsung can do it. But okay, so this is gonna give me some. I'm gonna get this set up for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, just
so
like airdrop 5 and show them.
Okay, so we're gonna airdrop. We're going to airdrop.
When all else fails, airdrop it.
So while I'm doing this, Chris,
yeah,
what have you been up to? What I was asking everyone in the community, what's going on in the world should I know about?
Oh, so you're away, you're traveling, you're exploring new places, and there's a lot going on. The same usual stuff here in this old raggedy country. I'm just trying to think. The big news on social, of course, the passing of Jesse Jackson earlier this week. I believe that was on Monday. And then yesterday, the whole thing with Colbert and the Democratic representative that they would not allow to be on CBS, the Late Show with Colbert. They ended up putting it up on their YouTube channel. So it was the first time ever having interviews solely put up just for YouTube as a YouTube guest. Typically, Colbert gets about 2 million views a night. This one has garnered, I believe the last time I checked, it was like 5.5 million or even more than that. It could be more than that now. But more people were watching it now that the FCC tried to block, basically, this representative who's running for a House seat in Texas. So like that's in the news. And then what else is big is in the news? First, hello to everyone in the chats. I'm just trying to think what if anything like really major. Same old, same old.
Okay. Well, I think I have something here. I'm seeing. Well, I have us on the screen. That doesn't work. Okay, let me
Well,
see if
no,
I.
you can say what you want to share. Like when it pops up, it says, "Do you want to share a program? Do you want to share a screen? Do you want to share?" It should give you options.
Okay, it gave me options, but let's try another one. Okay, I'm gonna try another one. Let's try that one again. AirDrop,
Well, no, it's on your computer already, correct?
AirDrop. Okay.
What I would do
Okay,
is
so how do
click.
I show my drive?
So no, go to your downloads folder at the bottom. Open that up,
Okay, yes.
and you should see all the images you airdropped, right?
There's only one, but
Okay.
hold on
So
a second.
double click on
It
it.
said
Double click on it.
download. Oh,
Right.
there it is. I see it. Okay.
Double
Okay.
click on that
Okay, I
to
double
open it
clicked.
up. Now go back to StreamYard and click on the share, and he's going to ask you. It'll show you the available screens to share. You can click on like the application. I believe it's going to be the preview app when you go to share screen.
It doesn't show up.
Hold on.
Huh. This is the things that Apple makes me so
So
wild.
that's not an Apple thing. This is just you have to figure out
It's
what.
me. Is it me?
So you see where it says share screen?
Yes, I'm on share screen.
All right, hold on. Let me see something. Click on whoops, allow. So when you go to share screen, you click on share screen, it brings up another window. It's asking you want to share a Chrome tab, a window, or an entire screen.
Exactly. I have
Now,
that.
does it show the preview of the
No, it
image
doesn't show the
anywhere?
preview.
Okay, so it's
No.
not. It wants to be in an application then, and this is just. Do you have your Photos app
My Photos app, as
on the
in,
desktop? On the desktop, so you know how like you have your Photos application.
yes.
So click in there. Click on that in the bottom.
Okay, let's see if I click on photo apps.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Everybody's getting a lesson today.
Everybody's getting a lesson, y'all. Y'all learning how to do this with me. And Chris is our teacher. So now when I go into applications, I'm going to open up
The Photos app.
the Photos app. There we go. I see it up there.
All right, and then what you can do is you can, I believe you can either drag and drop that photo into the Photos app, or the Photos app should be in your dock. You should be able to drag and drop the photo onto the Photos icon, and it'll open up the Photos app.
Holy moly. Well, can I actually just move it to the to the desktop? Nope, it doesn't move
Uh
that way either. Nope, can't do it that
yeah,
way.
you can drag and drop the file to the desktop. It'll show up there.
Well, it doesn't seem to want to do it. Okay. Um, this for those that don't know, this is how Chris and I interact on a regular basis.
Yes, this is
You may
how.
think this is very foreign to
No,
us.
this is a training session for Mr. Foster.
When I am in doubt, I
Well,
go and I call
so here's
Chris.
the thing, and this is why I always say never do these live because it will always fail. You always have to test it before you go and do it online. This is if you do not know it now, you know, and this is for everyone in the chat. Never test something or try to do something you haven't done offline first because it will
Yes,
always fail you.
it will always. Murphy's law will always
Yeah.
Murphy.
And even when you test it, sometimes it can fail you, but you're
Okay, so
better
I'm going
having
to
a
stop
chance.
sharing because the windows don't seem to want to. There's no other windows showing. It's the Chrome tabs are not. I mean, they're there, but and
Well,
then the entire screen.
I'll show you offline. It's not hard, but sometimes it's just easier when you're not focused when you're
Yeah,
focused on that one thing versus many
I'm
things.
too intensely into this.
Yes. So how has your trip? I missed the beginning half of this
I was
discussion.
just sharing
How
about our day today. We went to the castles, we went to the palace, we went to the beach, we went to the cliffs, we went to the lighthouses, we had dinner. I'm sorry, I say we had lunch at an amazing restaurant filled with plants, and all of that stuff is right here. And I just wish it says
well, listen.
you don't
Either
see people
do
there.
another. You can do it tomorrow. We will share
Tomorrow
these
I'll have
photos.
this.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
We'll figure it out
After
tomorrow.
the live is done, we can have a
Yes.
little session. I have a little time, so we can
Moving
have a little
right
session.
along. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. That's the beauty of being live and just going with the flow, because
Yeah.
that's what we do here. That is
Yeah.
exactly what we do here.
So wait,
And
how long are you in Portugal for?
I'm here till the 22nd,
Oh, okay. So next week,
Sunday.
sometime next week. Okay.
Tomorrow I leave for Porto. Porto, um, Portugal. So I will be going north. 3 hours, 3 hour train ride
Okay.
north, and then staying there. So that I will have a little bit more of my gear. I gotta take my gear with me, and then stay overnight. So we'll have to get a hotel there. And yeah, so it's gonna be really good. There's so much there to see. So I hear some colorful homes and houses and buildings. I have taken so many photos. I am like, wait a minute, I'm gonna have to start
Are
getting
you
this.
backing them up?
I need to back this stuff up. It's so much of it. I got 1 hour to do that after I hang out with you all. And but the photos today were the video, and I'm doing this is something I'm doing that I'm getting into the habit of doing, is I'm learning to videotape as much as I'm photographing. So
Yeah.
I'm doing, like, Gwendolyn always talks about using getting B-roll. So I am doing B-rolls everywhere. For those that don't know, B-rolls are like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, well, really like 7 minute clips of something, and then you share it and you can create and stitch them together. So some of you have, well, how about this? Well, I can do this. I know how to do this one, Chris. And that is, I will take you through my reel. The reel I posted. And let me go into that
Was
so
this
we
for
can.
today or yesterday?
I posted this morning when I was on the
Okay.
in my hotel lobby, and so I can get this another. Okay, there we go. That I can do. Okay, here we go. So this was this morning this is a summary of yesterday, and no, this is a summary of earlier today. Matter of fact, this morning, as we were heading out this morning. So here we go. I can share this. I do know how to do this. Thank you, Chris. Okay, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay, so this was this morning. And so we were moving around, and I said, first stop. Here we go.
It's on mute.
This is also some of the Royal Essex Club. This is the top of the castle. That's right, the palace. That's our tour guide. That was that one. So I am making these snippets along the way to kind of like bring them together. I find a lot more can be done in putting the music together and putting the snippets, or we call B-roll, together, so that way it is shared better with the who is viewing them. I mean, obviously, I see some people say, "Oh, Ron, I've been loving your post." So you can find them at a nomadic photographer on Instagram, and I will continue. I'll produce one tonight of pretty much of the day, but I do try to make these snippets less than a minute because they flow better, to get them all into a minute. So that's really quick for you. And but we did several places. We went to 3 different locations, and they required lots of driving, but it was a lot of fun. So I'll share those with you guys definitely, I'm going to do that tonight before I go to bed. I am going to bed in about 2 or 3 hours, give or take. And because tomorrow morning we have to get up early in the morning, go to the train, take the train north 3 hours. And I bought me some new sneakers today. I haven't bought new sneakers in a long time. Remember, I got gifted sneakers, but I have
Yeah.
not bought any sneakers. I have not bought clothes. I have not. Can I say you? Because Chris, you're a runner, and you are a person that is about your shoes and sneakers. I was walking around with my like walking skips, if you want to call them, for work. Like they're dressy, nicey for work, and they also can be used for obviously recreation, but they're not the best. And so after this, we hiked a little bit. We hiked about, I want to say about 200, 300, 400. I think it was 600 feet. The whole day was supposed to be 28,000. The whole tour is called the 28,000 tour, step tour, and we through history. So we walked 28,000 steps.
That's a lot.
My legs are on fire. And I just walked yesterday, but I am happy that I am definitely going to lose weight at a very fast pace because doing all this, because when you travel Europe, it's a walking country. Everywhere in Europe is about walking. So that's why people look so much thinner.
Yeah, but just be
Well,
careful. Be
yeah,
careful and make sure you get the rest that you need at nighttime so that your body can rejuvenate for the next day to do those
yeah.
activities. 'Cause if not, after a while, your body's going to break down. So just
And then
be
also,
mindful of that.
yeah, also, and drinking lots of water.
Yeah,
I realized I had to drink a whole lot of water today. And you know how, you test the color of your urine lets you know how hydrated or dehydrated you are.
yeah,
And for anyone out there that's into sports or out there traveling, this is something you need to do when you're traveling. You have to look at your urine as you know when you go to the bathroom, so that way you can see, are you dehydrated, because you become dehydrated without even knowing it because you're moving
yeah.
around so much. And so today, this morning, I was a little dehydrated, and I was like, I got all my water. And what's great about, here's another thing that's good about um Lisbon, Portugal, so far everywhere I've been. This country is very friendly to its people. There are bathrooms everywhere. You're walking down the
That's
street, you
good.
say, I have to use the bathroom. And just like there's signs that tell you what street you on, it also will have on that list of signs where the bathroom is. The bathroom's down this block. WC toilets down this block. And it really is, and you pay 25 cents to go in, 50 euros. And for the ones that have like a maintenance person like there, but some of them are free as well. But there are bathrooms everywhere, so
Well, that's good.
people, you can stay hydrated because you drink a lot of water, you have to go. And um and it was that has been the most fascinating thing to me, is that you are driving, you're on the road, and you can easily find public toilets all throughout the part of the country I've been in so far. I think it's a wonderful thing. I was like,
That's
"Where's
good.
this?" It's
Yeah, not a
so
lot, not a lot of countries do that.
no.
Also, be mindful of altitude changes too. So, because you said you guys did a little
Well, today was a
vertical
lot of
hiking.
altitude. I mean, we went so high that our ears were popping. I was like, "Oh,
Mm,
this." We were high. We got high. We first we drove. First of all, Lisbon is on a plateau. I'd say plateau, 'cause plateaus are flat. it's in higher elevation off the sea level,
Gotcha.
just the city itself. So we went further out and we went up into the mount. You cross into the mountains, and then when you're in the mountains is where these palaces are, and these places where the kings used to have their summer homes.
It looked
So
very foggy too.
and it was foggy. The higher we went up, the foggier it got, and it was sweeping fog, like it was just moving through.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of fun. And but I tell you that so for you travelers out there, and I should say people that want to travel and not used to traveling, one of your biggest indicators, put that on your list. One is you always want to look at your urine as you are going throughout the day. And if you haven't gone throughout the day, you're already in danger.
Well, so to kind of go back and emphasize a little bit on that too. A lot of times, especially when you just start traveling, um, some people have issues going in different places. So sometimes it takes you a couple days to get acclimated before your body gets back on its regular schedule of going to the bathroom. So don't be afraid of that when you go away, you have a hard time going. Some people are just like that.
Yeah.
But pay attention to your body. Your body will tell you a lot of things before you even think about it.
Yeah, Lisa says, this is something that we have definitely. My cousin, he says, Ron, we wear the pickpocket. Every time we leave every time we leave the hotel, he says, beware the pickpockets.
Never
And
put
which is
your wallet in your back pocket.
nothing
Always walk
goes
with
into
it.
your back pocket.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And
And when you
honestly, you
are in
should.
crowds, you want to make sure that you are aware of everyone around you. And
Yeah.
so,
And
and if you can, I'll show you. I'll get up on me. I'll show you.
this is not to say that, oh, when you go overseas to be like people are going to steal from you, but you have to be mindful whenever you go anywhere. When people from overseas travel here, they say the same thing. I always say never walk with your backpack on your back. Either put it on your side or don't really carry one. Anything you have, you should have either on the front of you so you can keep an eye on it.
Well, these are
Us,
traveling pants. So these are
yeah,
traveling pants, and these are for travelers. And so there's a pocket that's for your wallet, like right here, with a little zipper, so no one can grab it or pull it. It doesn't have a string on
yeah.
it on purpose. This is where the wallet goes, and then you have your regular pocket.
And
So
always be mindful when you travel because despite what you might not think you stand out as a tourist, even if you're not carrying like all the backpacks and stuff like that. But people, when they travel, the locals can always tell that you're not
they can
from
tell.
here. Either the clothing that you're wearing or how you're just looking around the area. So just be mindful of that. And wherever you go in the world, there are people that are nefarious that have no good intentions. And that's not saying that wherever you are, that's just how they are. But in every society, there's those people that are just there and they're there to take advantage of you or a situation. So just be mindful. Always be mindful. Listen, going from state to state, be
Yeah,
mindful. You
here in New
know,
York,
in
America,
this
yeah.
country, right?
But so today, and I'll show you. I have a jacket, right? So I wore this jacket. I had my big. This morning it was cold, so I had a bomber on, which is pretty much a local color. Now, one of the things you don't do, I should say you don't. You could do what you want to do, but most real travelers will not wear something so bright. So this makes you a target. However, if you are if you're, I should say that maybe dressing like this maybe in the city makes you a target, but if you're in the countryside, this is not a problem
No,
because
that's actually what you need to because you
yeah,
want to be able
because
to be
in the
seen,
countryside
especially.
you needed it. I needed this today because this is a rain repellent jacket, and the down jacket got so wet. I had to take that off, but I always carry the spare in my bag of this, rain jacket.
Plus, you want to be seen when you're out in nature because a lot of times you don't want to really blend into the forest. You don't
Yes.
know, especially if you're going to a foreign country and you're in like a wooded area, you don't know, what their hunting season is and that type of stuff. And, you want to be able to be seen so that people can know, okay, someone's out there or whatever. So, like, that's appropriate for where you were.
Yeah. Yeah. So because I knew I was going to be outside and climbing, and you never know when rain is going to break out because you don't want to be wet. Wet and cold is a horrible
You don't want to
combination.
get sick overseas.
You don't want to get sick. So, but yeah, so I definitely have my rain jacket that I put on, which I do love. I love this jacket. And my pants that I wear are also rain repellent. But these are my work pants. These pants I use for my photography when I'm with clients because I can put a sweater on, I can put a tie on, and it still looks good. And it has so many pockets so I can work. But
Mm.
and also as a photographer, I have gear and I have all kinds of power tools. I'm gonna give you one more tip, and then I think this is so important.
It's Tip Wednesday, y'all.
It is a tip Wednesday,
No, but these are
and
these are all really good traveling tips. You can never have too many.
so I carry. My cousin seems to not have given me back my other one, so I'm gonna have to crucify him. I'm gonna say, Cuzzo, do you have my? I always carry with me everywhere I go, especially when I'm traveling. And Malik taught me this, my buddy Malik, my good dear friend. And so this is for me to just have in my pocket. I have a little pocket here. This has a leg pocket, so it goes into the leg. And then I charge it every night right here. Everything gets charged overnight. I start charging it as soon as I come in the room. And this one's called Ridge. And let me just put that up here. Ridge. There you go.
There you
It's
go.
called Ridge. You can get them on Amazon or any outdoors store. And what it does, it has like these automatically attached. It's made so you don't have to carry the wire
So
or worry
USB
about the wire
cable.
getting lost. So this is a C cable and then the Apple cable.
Well, no, that's
The
that's the lightning cable
lightning cable. So you got a lightning cable, and then
and
you
a
got
USB
this C,
C.
right? So it also has like while you're charging, you can put it there, but you're in the diner,
Kickstands.
little kickstand, and then your iPhone sits right on here like that, see.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good. I hand this
MagSafe.
to because I know that my family may not be they may not have all their chargers like they need to have. So I bring this for my guests. Or when I'm in New York City, this is for my guests.
Yeah,
However,
no, look, that though, I don't think people understand the importance of that. I think whenever you are traveling nowadays, you need to
yes, I
carry
go
a battery pack, especially because you
everywhere
don't
you go.
know where if you might get stuck somewhere. As long as you have good cell service, you can make a call. And now most phones will allow you to do what they call an SOS call via satellite on your
Yeah.
phone
And
if
it
you're stuck
sticks to the
somewhere.
magnet.
Yeah. So that's
It stays.
MagSafe. And MagSafe is now on Android and on iPhone platforms.
So the other thing I carry when I'm traveling overseas, since this is something today I needed this, and then yesterday I needed it because I was on day trips. When you're away, you cannot plug your phone in. Your phone eventually will run down, especially in my case, I'm doing a lot of videotaping with my phone and my little gadgets, all my gadgets. I don't carry my laptop with me, but now I'm gonna clean this up. I have this guy. Now, let me tell you, Malik, I am thankful for Malik sharing this with me because this little guy has also the cable, right? Which is a C. These are all C's. Let me put that there.
Which is
C,
which is the worldwide standard
which is
now.
global now, standard. This is also TSA approved. So you can take this on the plane, take it anywhere. You can take it anywhere around the world on the plane. And what I love is this powers up 2 full charges of my computer and 2 charges of my phone, or 4 of I think it's 4 charges on my phone, full chargers, and then my computer. So however you want to use it. And then you plug this baby in overnight, it
Yeah.
fills up, it reads, you can see what if it's I'm at 63 from today.
Yeah.
But it was 100% today.
Which is good. So two things. You had mentioned something about your phone, and when you, especially when you're in another country, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get cell service. And one of the things I always tell people, especially when you're out and about, and you're not going to be really using your phone, but you're using your phone for, I should say, not to take text messages or phone calls, but you're using your phone to do photography and video. Put your phone on airplane mode. Turn off the cell service, because what's happening is, as you're walking throughout the day, if you're not having any service, your phone's still constantly looking for cell service, and it is draining your battery, and your battery will die very fast. So when you're out and about overseas, if you're not using your phone to make phone calls or get messages, put it in airplane mode. One, your phone will last a lot longer. You'll be able to do all the things you wanted to do as far as video and photography. The other thing, Lisa had asked a question, is the same electric plugs and stuff in Portugal, do they use the regular US or do they use the European plugs?
As you use the European.
Okay. And that's another thing too. When you're traveling, before you leave the country, know the type of power plugs that you need to take with you. You can get ones on Amazon like those that have the multiple different types of plugs.
Europe.
One adapter, that's perfect. That's exactly like the ones I have. That way you don't have to buy multiple ones. That has everything in there.
And then you have the and they have sliders.
And the reason why they're so big also too is they convert the power, because not all of them run on the same power output, so they can convert the power as well. That's a great question, Lisa.
This is the European plug, or see if you look at it like that. There's the European plug, and this is right over here in the wall. So I can power up all my gear, and I take one with me everywhere I go. So there's one in my bag that I take, because you never know if you want to hang out in Starbucks and want to work in Starbucks or work in a cafe or work in a restaurant, you can take your adapter, same kind of situation, and it works nice.
So here's a tip, Ron. I don't know if you're doing this or not, but when you come, like you had that adapter plugged into the wall, plug your big battery pack that you just showed into the wall, and then plug the other devices into that battery pack, and it will charge everything.
Yes, that's true.
Simultaneously.
I do.
So you're not trying to have to find, so you don't have to bring as many plugs. Use that one to charge the battery pack. And then what happens is the battery pack will charge everything, all the other devices first, and then charge itself secondary.
Yeah. So these are the little tips that I am using every day. And I said, why not share? We're here. And like I said, we're doing this every day as I am on here. Different ideas, different ways to help you travel. Because, guys, summer's around the corner. Spring is around the corner. Soon you'll be traveling and the snow will be melting. Let me just go here. Hannah says, yes, beware. When my bonus son was running track in Europe many moons ago, someone took $2,000 on a crowded train and he knew better, but I guess not. Yes,
what?
You
don't walk with cash like that.
Even when you have your backpack should be on
in front of you.
Not your back.
Yeah.
So
that's what I say. If you can avoid, especially when you're in city settings, it's not so much when you're in the rural environments. Well, when you're in a city, you should either not walk with a backpack or have it be in the front of you. You always want to have it in view of you. People are less likely to approach you and to try to snatch it if you have it in the front. If you have it in the back, it's easy for them to just grab it and pull, because naturally your arms are going to go back and it's just going to come off, and they'll take it. So just be mindful, and that goes for anywhere. When you're not in your own home space around your town, always be mindful.
And all these little gears, I always have an Amazon link on the descriptions in my Amazon in this thing. You can go. This is all on my Amazon page at Amazon. So if you need any of these gadgets, they'll all be there. So,
And they're
but
not that expensive.
this one right here. This is my favorite. One is this becomes a cord and a handle.
Listen, everything
And
Ron is showing you, I have these items. I've had them for years, and I travel a lot, so I carry them with me. And they're so useful.
Look! Do you see how you pull it and it goes back in?
Yeah, that's really useful. So you don't have to walk with a separate cable.
I put this in my pocket and then use my phone, and it was like, this is a lifesaver. This is amazing. I have two, but one is a different type. It's this one, but a little more heavy duty for when I'm traveling, when I'm on safari, when I get to Africa, when I get to South Namibia. So guys, we've been on here a while, and I hope that you learned something today. I'll have more footage. I will now airdrop all of this stuff. So that way it will be, I'm going to start airdropping everything in the, like, yeah, I'm going to get, I got to get to work.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, but we're going to get this done. I see here, I have one like that. I have one like that too, says Lisa. Yes, I am too. I have two as well. Someone always needs one in the party. Always. I have to always say, do you guys need power? And everyone's out of power. Winter is almost over. Oh, yes, we all need to get on our summer bodies. Remember, these thieves work in teams. Yes, they do. Gadget King. Yes, I'm becoming a Gadget King here. And it says, rest your legs and have a blessed night, Ron. Good seeing you too, Chris. This is good. And this is a Chris alley. Let me tell you, because a lot of times I'm talking to Chris and saying, what should I get? What do I need? What should I? Well, Ron, I got this new gadget. And like I said, I have two of these. I have an orange one for my guests, and this black one's for me. And so I don't see my orange one. So that means my cousin never gave it back to me. So I'm going to be texting him and say, do you have my charger? Could you please charge it tonight? We got a long journey tomorrow. A 3-hour ride on the train is going to be, you're going to need full power.
Well, the nice thing about the trains, they typically have outlets on the train so you can plug in so that when you get off, you're not drained. Yeah.
And this is the last question. Lisa says, speaking of safari, did you see the video when the elephant was scratching his tusk? No, I did not see that. Did not see that. Divine says, both of you are the gadget kings. Long live the gadgets and the kings. Okay, so guys, let me put these banners up as I always do, like I normally do. I gotta have to create up a whole nother stuff over here. I gotta create a new panel of things and banners and stuff, but this is what we normally go with, so we'll go with it. So make sure you are a part of the community. I'm gonna put some photos there. Also, make sure you join the newsletter. You can do that. Go to Ronald's Photos. Also, I am an event photographer. I still photograph in New York. I am not living overseas yet. I am still between two countries, and I'm still an American citizen only until this person's out of the White House. And then thank you, Patreon members. Your support has helped us create amazing content, and I appreciate you. And also, if you're here for the first time and seeing this video for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit like. Chris, anything going on in your world with conference call or anything, or the
yes, we just released our latest video recap show. We talked about traders. Coming down to the end, there's 2 more episodes left for the season. We're actually recording Ronald's excuse me, next episode for his podcast for this weekend. And then he has a live with Gwendolyn this Friday. So watch out for him Friday night for that. And then I believe we have some stuff with Dr. Tachi coming up. So yeah, just keep tuning into the conference call and keep looking out for Ronald's channel for he drops new episodes every Saturday. Other than that, I'm just enjoying the nice weather we've been having here on the East Coast.
I heard you guys are getting
It's
some good
been
weather.
like 50. Listen, most of the majority of the snow is gone now. We had a heavy rain. I believe it was Sunday. It melted a good portion. And then we were in the 50s yesterday, and we're getting up to 47 today. So a lot of melting. We can actually see the grass again.
Wow. So right now it is 2:29. Correct?
What's two? Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's 2:29 where you are. It is 7:29 where I am. I need to get up at 7. No, I need to get up. I need to get up at 6:30 tomorrow morning. So I'm going to go to bed
Have you eaten dinner yet?
I'm going to eat dinner. It's right in the refrigerator.
Have dinner, relax. Matter of fact, take a hot bath. If you can get some Epsom salt, soak in some Epsom salt.
No bath in this room. I was like, I need to make sure every time I go to a hotel, there needs to be a bathtub.
Yeah.
But that's only in the elite. That's only in the elite.
Well, listen, stand under the hot shower and let the water just rain over you.
But yeah, the shower here, I got the big giant rain head. Huge.
Rain shower.
Huge.
Yeah. Nice. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, my friend.
Getting sprayed off. Chris, you guys should do the tire documentary.
It's being recorded. It's being recorded tonight.
But I heard she was evil. Really? Oh, nice.
Well, watch the show. Watch the show on Saturday. Nice. Yeah.
Okay. I need to be looking at it, but I'll find time. I always get the repeats. I can look at stuff. But guys, first of all, Chris, thank you so much. I'm always a better man when you're here.
That's what we do, my friend. That's what we do.
Gwendolyn, Dr. Tachi, y'all make me better. And so thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that some of these tips will help you. Tomorrow we'll have more photos and footage. However, I don't know what I know how Lisbon is, but I don't know what Porto will look like and what that's about. So if I can come on at 11 o'clock Eastern time, I will. And if not, it will be most likely like today around, which makes it easier for me. If I do 2 o'clock your time, that's 7 o'clock my time. I'm almost guaranteed to be in the hotel by 7. Because Ron does not run the streets at night. Okay, and she said, Lisa says, I never take a bath in a hotel. Oh man, I can't go there. But when I was living in South Africa and I did safari, my room was very luxurious, as they say, and I had a bathtub in my living room. It was amazing.
That's living.
It was crazy. A bathtub in the living room, my fireplace across from the bed, and my bed and the sofa. It blew my mind. I was like, I'm in Africa. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you, Chris. Love you, bro. Love y'all. And see you hopefully tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.